Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the not so fun house. You might remember a few videos ago I was talking about the cascading effect. Well, it's in full swing in my home. Allow me to explain. I have a little one on the way, a little Jimmy B, running around wreaking havoc, much the way I did as a child. So, the cascading effect. I need to get the baby's room ready. But we don't have anywhere to do laundry. So, I'm actually going to turn the baby's room into a workshop because we don't have a laundry room. And I need a laundry room, and I'm going to need a workshop while I build the laundry room. We rent. We cannot add on to the house, but we did get permission to change the pantry into a laundry room. So let me show you that. We have this little room on the back of the house. I guess it was like a porch or something at one time. And while we need this area, we just can't do without a laundry room. Going to the laundromat, it's been a nightmare. I cannot ask Erika to do that with a baby. This room's got to get cleaned out. This floor has to get ripped out. The ceiling's got to get ripped out. It's not insulated back here. I'm going to insulate it. I'm going to run some new electric lines. I'm going to have to cut open the floor here into the hallway and over into the bathroom so that I can tap into the water lines. It's going to be a big project. The entertainment center, DVDs and alcohol, is going to have to get moved too. So I've already stood up my couch. That's the love seat that you might remember that matched the couch that I chopped up with the chainsaw. Yeah, I'm going to start cleaning out that room, and I'm just going to start putting stuff wherever I can put it. Okay, I got the room gutted out. Well, emptied out anyway. Blinds are down. Surprisingly large in here with everything out. It's about 4 foot by 10 foot. It never felt like that with all the crap I had jammed in here. But I guess now I can tear out the carpet, tear out the walls, tear out the ceiling, and see what we're dealing with. I don't know if I mentioned out, this floor is on a pretty sharp angle. It probably drops off about 3 or 4 inches, starting here and tapering down to there. So I'm going to be leveling that. Well, that came down shockingly easy, but it looks like I'm going to have to build a ceiling.
So I'm guessing this is the part he failed to show you. All that stuff that comes out of the back room has to go somewhere. And there's not a lot of places to go in my house. Oh my gosh. It is there is a refrigerator in my living room right now.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I say it's the height of modern convenience.
And a couch on its head. Oh, but it'll all be worth it. It will be worth it when I am a true adult with a laundry center of my own, right in the comfort of my home. Oh wow. He is already making moves. Happy Valentine's Day to me. Oh yeah. You know what that is? That is progress. And it makes me very happy.
Nothing to see here. Just peeling the walls down to nothingness. Oh boy, what's that glare? This appears to be primitive 2x3. So I might have to shim it out. They put these, oh boy, I can't think. They put these 1x2s. I forget the term you use for that. But they've been on the ceiling, they've been on the wall, spacing things out. And I'm trying to salvage them. I'm going to use them to shim this wall out to make it, 2x4, so that I can get a decent amount of rock wool in there. The other side of this is a staircase going downstairs to outside that is cold and not insulated. So I'm going to cut open this wall, and I'm going to insulate this wall as well, because up until about here, where this wall starts, it is technically an exterior wall. So I want to insulate this wall, the ceiling, and these 3 walls, and the floor. Just make it as warm as possible. I'll probably end up heating it somehow too, make sure my pipes don't freeze. I have the room gutted. I did not record it because I didn't want to bore you all to death. It was very slow going. It took 2 full days to rip down the multiple layers of old wooden wall covering in here. There was scraps of wainscoting, and there was paneling, and there was furring strips, and there was lapboard. Tongue and groove. I mean, a little bit of everything. It's just a mess. But and I was afraid to just saw at it and chop into it, because if you look here, like, oh, okay, here's the switch, here's the wire, so I should be okay over here, right? Oh no, here's a big old swoop of wire completely crossing the bay and back again for you to chop into and pop some fuses and breakers. So I proceeded with caution. So let's see here. I guess the next step is I'm trying to come out with my layout for where I'm going to put the appliances. But it's safe to say that these walls are a bit on the thin side. I'm not sure if this was a 2x4 cut in half, but it's not thick enough for me to put insulation or pipes or wire in the wall. So I'm going to use the furring strips that I ripped down to shim this out so that I can put standard rock wool in the walls and have some room to run some wires and some pipes. Demo on the walls is finally finished. I'm going to hold off on the floor because I need something to stand on while I work. And started a little bit of electric just so I could get my lights up and working. These studs, nothing makes it from the floor to the ceiling. Now you might say, well, that's okay, but a lot of times I'm only seeing like one nail. So that's not okay. This is not okay for a header. I think I'm going to make the door a little wider. I'm going to put a king stud behind here and turn this into the jack stud. And that'll give us a couple inches more width. I'm going to put a king stud behind this one and make it the jack stud. But that's going to leave us still right where we are. And it's just going to be an archway when it's done, no door, so that'll be fine. And same thing over here. I see one nail holding this scab on. Two nails, maybe? Here, we just got a couple nails in this split piece of garbage. I'm going to be doing some repairs here. I'm starting to set up the ceiling and build my ceiling, but I want to get this framing fixed before I go across it with a ledger board for the ceiling. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I got my ceiling built. The wires were tacked up there temporarily, but now I think I'll pull out those staples and staple it to the tops of the 2x4s as opposed to the bottom of the roof rafters. And I'll measure out where I want the lights to end up and get them in that neighborhood. Screw the boxes to the tops of the 2x4s. Some of these go under the studs because this was a porch. Then they built a enclosure around it. So gotta do that to the ones that go under the studs. I got the floor pulled up. I'm gonna leave the planks so I have something to walk on, but I gotta yank all the nails, which are square cut nails, which is a testament to how old this house is. You see that? You see that? Found a couple birds' nests. Let me move some of this crap out of the way and I'll show you. Well, that's a bird's nest. That might be a bird's nest. Might have been a squirrel's nest. I don't know. But whatever's going on here, it ain't pretty. All right, I'll get this cleaned out, get some insulation in there, and then I can level the floor. All I can do is the best I can do, which is make it level. Nothing square, nothing is plumb. It's just a nightmare. I would rather build something new from scratch any day of the week than try to fix old stuff. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta work with what you got. You're going to have to bear with me because things are going to be a little bit out of order here as materials come in and one thing holds up me doing another thing. Where the threshold is going to be for this archway, the house is balloon framed as far as I can tell, which means that there are these pockets that go all the way down possibly to the basement. I packed insulation, old insulation that I found in a couple of the walls here. To fill in about, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches of the gap below the floor. And then I put these plates in, these cats, screwed them to the sides of the dead-ended stud. And I'm going to cut blocks out to fit in between there and make this flat and nice and strong for when the plywood goes over the top of it, so that it's not flapping in the breeze. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a sheet of plywood and then some Luan over the top of that to make it the right thickness. But that's what I'm working on now. Over here we have like a floating stud. It's not really attached to anything. It was just there to pick up the corner of the sheetrock. I think I'm going to block it out up here so that I can cut off the bottom and give myself a place to run my drain pipe without making holes in these 2x6 floor joists, which are really too thin for me to be drilling a 2-inch hole in. So, yeah, I'm just trying to take care of some odds and ends. I'll keep recording things as they happen, but like I said, it's going to be all willy-nilly as far as what order it's in. I trimmed out this piece of lap board or clapboard, this Dutch lap, and then I stuffed insulation under it.
I just love insulating.